Hey everyone, it's Bill Bush with Fitness from the Inside Out. Welcome to day 20. You now have actually 21 isometric workouts you can do anytime, anywhere. I love doing them pre-workout, post-workout, during the workout. I have clients that do them almost exclusively. It saves wear and tear on your joints, and that's so important as we age. And I don't care how old you are, whether you're my teenage son or whether you're 80, 90, 100. These are things that you can do anytime, anywhere, and get yourself squeezing muscles and feeling better. You don't have to start a big workout and then feel like you're so sore that you can't move the next day. Working out should be fun. It should be not necessarily easy to do, but something that you can enjoy and know that you're getting something out of. If you start easy and you progress, like we did with my morning isometrics, any workout, any goal can be achieved. So, without further ado, let's get to day 20, and we're going to be all on the floor today, doing a little bit of a variation of some of the things we've already done, but we'll hold it for 15 seconds each today and have some fun. All right, let's do this. All right, here we go. We have about 40 isometrics holds to do. We're starting on your backs. We're going to start with trunk rotation, and we're going to go right into single leg hip lifts. We'll do a lot of those today and a lot of flipping today because you know I like to flip and to work on those transitions. So let's play. Again, starting on your backs, legs up, knees bent. Hands across the chest. Here we go. Rotate. So if I don't feel like I'm balanced enough, I'm going to bring those hands down to my sides, make sure that my shoulders aren't going anywhere. That's fine to do. Otherwise, I want to have you bring your hands across the chest so you're getting a little bit more out of the hold. Back to neutral, legs up, knees bent again, and come back. Notice I always try to come back to neutral. I try to get my clients to do that too. It's easy to just kind of roll from one side to the other, but I like to come back to neutral. So, neutral, hip lift, single leg now. Straight up and squeeze that quad, squeeze that glute, feel that back extension. You got a bunch of stuff going on here. And down, down, up, other side. Squeeze that quad, bring that right hip up, squeeze that glute. Feel your back extend by pushing your elbows into the floor. And get ready. Here we go. Flip into a plank. And by now, if you've worked through my videos, you know I love my planks. Squeezing. We're going to go to a push-up, lean, up, and if you like, you bring them down. Remember, you go where you go. If you're up at the top, that's great. If you're down at the bottom, that's great. If you're somewhere in the middle, that's great, because it's great for you. Bring it up, bring it down. Come into a little back raise and add rotation. Reach with that arm. Rotate with that spine. Come down, come up, and rotate to the other side. And reach, reach, reach. Pulling, squeezing, and flip back over, go seated upright. tall as you can be and rotate. Remember, when we're flipping, you're thinking about transitions. Transitioning from one position to the next. We want to do it safely and effectively. It's not about doing them as fast as possible. Even though I'm giving you about 5 seconds in between each, I'm still want you to do it safely and effectively. It's not about speed. Although, if you can do it with speed, that's awesome. All right, lying back. Hip lift. Single leg straight up in the air. We're going to stretch that hamstring there. Feeling that quad squeeze. Again, that left glute is up. Squeezing. Same thing. Hip lift. Straight leg. Lift it up into flexion. As far as you can go. Trying to keep it straight. So if I bend that knee, it's going to come further. If I keep it straight, I don't go quite as far. And down. And flip. Plank. Holding, squeezing, elbows to toes, everything in between. And down. Up into a push-up. Almost forgot my own routine. I was ready to go into some low back and side bend real quick. And up, down, and side bend. So low back raise and side bend. I know a lot of my clients say they forget some of the exercises and they sort of skip over them. Especially when I have them do a lot of planks and a lot of push-ups. Low back raises feel good. They should. We want to keep that spine strong. Seems to be neglected a lot. We don't see a lot of people showing off their backs. Mostly the fronts or their butts. All right, flip back over. And we're gonna go alternating crunch. Crunch and rotate, whatever you'd like to call it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Come back, come up, legs up, knees bent, and rotate to the other side. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. As far as you can. Pulling in. So, single leg hip lift again. We're gonna add that hip internal rotation. Hold legs up. I'm gonna internally rotate it. I'm not just taking the foot and turning it. I'm taking the hip. I wanna feel this from the hip rotate. Want to make it a little tougher, I bring it out a little bit further. Come up and rotate in. I know these are a little tougher. They really get tough if you bring your leg out further. A lot harder to do. Shifts your center of gravity. Come back and flip over. Plank. It's a little over halfway there already. Again, these I hope are getting easier and easier for you. If you got these down, you'll be able to do what's coming soon, which will be more and more, and then getting movements in. So plank, push up. And we're going to go to prisoner rotations. Right after this, up, down, hands back behind the head or back behind your butt. Come up and add rotation. It's just a look off. Just slight move to one side. A little tougher for me today. You can feel it. And coming down. And come up. And rotate to the other side. That sounds a little tough for me too. But there are solutions for that, which I love. But iso's coming back around. All right, flipping back over again. We're gonna go opposite arm and leg. Reach. Squeeze. I like bringing one hand across to the other side and then this hand going up towards that leg. I'm not worried about this being totally straight. And switch sides, come up and reach. Reach, 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 reach. Pull, squeeze as far as I can get it. And here we go. Single leg hip lift. Externally rotate. I like bringing this out a little bit. Again, shifts my center of gravity. Feels like I'm gonna go falling this way. I feel the hip flexor, adductors on the one side as I do that. But again, if you're good with just feeling out rotation, that's fine. In neutral, going out further, makes it a little tougher. Tougher's not better, it's just different. And here we go. Flip over again. Plank. Pushing everything in. Push up. Bringing it down. Squeezing. So if you take your hands and you try to slide them together, you're not really going to slide them, but you're feeling everything pushing in between your thumbs. You can get a little bit more out of that chest than you normally would. Now go up on your hands and knees and go opposite arm and leg reach. So again, I like keeping my wrist straight here rather than keeping it the hand flat. So it doesn't put a ton of pressure on my wrists. This way it's nice and stable. All right, we got a nice sweat brewing already. And then we're gonna come back to some basics here. Flip over, you're gonna crunch. Come up, legs up, knees bent. Crunch and squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Elbows to thighs. And down. Now we go. Hip lift. Squeeze it up. Love it. Opening up everything. I got a sweat going already. And legs straight up in the air. Reach for your toes. I'm close. Not really. I don't care. Here's where I go. My body says it goes. Come down. Hip lift. We're gonna flip over from here. Squeeze up, feel that back extension. And flip into a plank. And here we go. Flip, plank, squeeze. Everything you can. Think about it, from toes all the way up to the elbows, the arms, the shoulders, the abs, the back. Push up, up, down, squeeze. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Everything in. Up, down, two more. Opposite arm and leg reach. Right arm out. Left hip up. Sometimes I like to raise that left arm up too. That full extension on one side. Feeling the flexion on the other. Reach. Up. Up. As far as I can go. Awesome. You just hit 40 isometric holds. 15 seconds each. Good job as always. Love it. That was great. So there's 40 isometric holds. If you started with day one, hopefully this is getting easier and easier for you, and you're learning how to squeeze muscles. Like me, see, I got some sweat going. And now I can go do my own personal challenge, which I hope you're watching too. It's fun. And all right. So thank you very much again. And let me know. Questions, comments, criticisms. Love it. I love all the stuff coming in. It's really important. I'm really thankful for it. I really appreciate it. So, again, thank you very much. Have an outstanding day.